Hello guys, Softony here, and in this video tutorial we're going to create this cool and creative dots background. It's really easy to create, just follow my steps. So let's begin. Alright, we're here in After Effects, and first, like always, let's create a new composition, Ctrl+N, or this little icon. This is gonna be Final 9020 by 1080, 30 frames per second, duration 10 seconds long. You can of course type your own number here. Hit OK, and now let's create background. Go right click, find here new solid layer. Let's rename this one to background 9020 by 1080, hit OK, and then go here on effects and preset. And if you can't find effects and preset, just go on window and you will find here. Okay, now type ramp effect, drag and drop on background. And here let's change a few settings. For the start of the ramp, go lower left corner like this, and for the end of the ramp, go upper right corner. And now let's change our end color to maybe dark blue color. You can of course type your own colors, play around, hit OK. And now let's create our dots here in our scene. Go right click, find here new solid layer again. Just make sure that width is 3840 by 2160. This is gonna be 4K solid layer. We can rename this to ball action 01 and then hit OK. Then go here again on effects and preset, type here CC ball action, drag and drop onto our layer, and here also let's make a few adjustments. For the grid spacing, type 40, ball size 5. And also now let's animate. Set up our first keyframe here for rotation and twist angle, and then go to around 10 seconds and type here 1. Okay, now duplicate this ball action layer, hit here, Ctrl+D, or go edit and then duplicate. And this second layer let's rename to ball action 02 like this, and let's change x-axis to y-axis, and for the twist property also y-axis. And now when we hit 0 in our finals, we have this cool animation of our dots here in our finals. Okay, now let's pre-compose ball action layers, select them and then go right click, pre-compose. Let's rename this one to part 01. Make sure to move all attributes into the new composition, hit OK, and here we will also add a few effects. First effect that we're going to add is glow effect. Drag and drop onto our part 1 composition. For the glow threshold, type here 50%, glow radius maybe around 70, glow intensity you can play around, I will type 0.8 like so. And next effect that we're going to use is shift channels. Also drag and drop onto our part 01, close this glow effect for now, OK, and take green from, choose here full off, and also take blue from, also choose here full off. Our next effect that we're going to use is CC blue gun effect. Drag and drop here also on our part 01, and for the stroke width let's type 150, and for the density let's type 50. Also you can play around with this effect. And now as you can see, we have this cool circle in our final scene. Okay, also for the blending modes, let's change here from normal to lighten or screen, play around. And also let's hit Ctrl+D to duplicate this effect. Just delete this glue gun effect for now, hit S for scaling, I will do 102, like so. Hit Ctrl+D once again, hit S for scaling. This is gonna be 105, and here in the shift channels effect, take red from, go full off, and just find here take blue from, find here blue color. And now when we hit 0 in our finals, we have this cool animation of our dots. Okay, now let's duplicate this upper part 01 once again, hit Ctrl+D, hit S for scaling. This one is gonna be 110. Change blending modes from lighten to normal. If you can't find blending modes, just hit here toggle switches and modes. OK, hit F3, delete this shift channels effect, and then go here in effects and preset, find Triton effect. Drag and drop above our glow effect and change color to maybe this type of blue for now. Hit OK and also hit R for rotation. This is gonna be 180. And now in our finals we have scene like this. Also duplicate this one once again, hit Ctrl plus D and change this Triton color to maybe different shade of blue colors. Hit OK and then hit 0 on your keyboard. And as you can see, this is looking really cool and really creative. Okay, next effect that we're also going to add is vector blur effect. Find here vector blur, just drag and drop on this first composition, and for the first composition type here amount 50 and type, let's leave it to natural. Also for the second composition, drag and drop vector blur, also type here amount 50, and for the type let's change from natural to perpendicular. And now in our finals we have this also really cool and really awesome animation. Okay, our next step is to move this part of one first to composition 1 second ahead. You can also change colors here, right click, find color according your needs for easy recognition. Also hit T for opacity, go to 1 second and 1 second and 15 frames. Set up our first keyframe for opacity, go at the beginning of this layer and type here 0. Okay, now let's pre-compose all of this part of one composition, select them, then go right click, pre-compose. I will rename this to dots final, hit OK, make sure to move all attributes into the new composition. And now here in our scene we have something like this. Also our next effect here on our dots final comp is gonna be glow effect. Drag and drop onto our composition. And here you can basically play around. For the glow threshold, let's try maybe 70, glow radius maybe 50, and glow intensity play around, I will type 2.5. And as you can see, when we hit 0, we have this cool and creative animation. If you want to see more stronger colors of these dots, hit Ctrl plus D for this composition and then hit R for rotation. Type here maybe 180 once again. And when we hit 0, we have this cool and creative animation. And if you prefer a lighter scene, just uncheck visibility of this first layer. This is looking great to me. Okay, now let's add a few adjustment layers. Go right click, find here new adjustment layer here. I will rename this one to light sweep. Okay, then go here again in the effects and preset, find light sweep effect. Okay, drag and drop onto our adjustment layer. And here let's also make few adjustments for the edge intensity and edge thickness, type 0. For the width let's try maybe 150, and for the Y parameter let's type here 560, and for the direction type here 90. Also you can play around with the opacity, hit T and maybe to go around 30%. Also let's create another adjustment layer, right click, find here adjustment layer. This is gonna be lens flare. Okay, go here in the effects and preset, find here a lens flare effect, drag and drop onto our adjustment layer. For the lens type, let's change this third option, 105mm prime. Okay, and flare center, go to around here. Okay, for the flare brightness, let's try maybe 150. And also let's try blending mode here, overlay. And now our scene is looking really cool and really awesome. Alright guys, you can play around with more effects, you can add curves, more light effects if you want, but basically this is the technique to create this cool dots background. If you like this tutorial, please hit that like button. Also leave me a comment down below in the comment section if you found this video helpful, and take a look on my channel for even more great tutorials. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of my upcoming videos. And until next time, stay creative and bye bye!